Welcome back to our channel. I'm in the hot ass greenhouse today. It is 98 degrees. 98 degrees. That's throwing me back 98 degrees. I do cherish you. It was 103 point something, but I opened the door because I knew I was going to be in here starting seeds. I am going to be starting a few things that are for my personal garden. So I started 3/4 of this tray last week. It is so nice up here in upstate New York today. I am so happy to finally be able to start seeds. I feel like the lower zones, 3, 4, 5, it seems to just take forever to get here. So when it gets here, I feel like we just appreciate it more. I mean, I know there's certain zones and places in the United States that can grow stuff all year long, but I don't know how I would handle that. I mean, I love the winter. I do. I mean, I might bitch that I'm cold, but I will never, ever, ever say, oh, I need to go south because it's cold. No, you suck it up. And honestly, I don't even own a winter coat. I wear a hoodie all winter. And if it's really, really cold, or if we're doing something where I'm outside for an extended period of time, yes, I do have a nice Carhartt that I will throw on over my sweatshirt. But most of the time, I just wear a hoodie. And I've busted out the flip-flops also. So my soil was just a little bit dried out because I did start these last weekend. So I am just moistening it up. And I mean, it's a little warm in here. Let's moisten myself up. The kids are outside. It's Easter. There's loud trucks going by. Country problems. We are not really religious. So actually, we're not religious at all. So we're just kind of hanging out, taking advantage of this nice day. Chris has his chainsaw out, doing what big boys do with big boy toys. The kids are on the trampoline. They're getting along wonderfully. And I'm in my greenhouse. So life is pretty damn good right now. I am going to start... I'm not sure what I'm going to start. And if you're wondering what all this mess is behind me, I bought this flag for my garden because I have, a little flag stand in there for like a 12 by something flag. Well, I didn't pay attention when I bought this from Dollar General, but it's huge. What I think I might do is I might staple it onto the inside like of my greenhouse, like over the door. If you guys have like a good way to organize your greenhouse, please let me know. And I think I'm just gonna plant some seeds and just hang out. So come along. Why don't I start some tomatoes? Tomatoes are usually good. They don't grow too quick. So we're actually, tomorrow will be 6 weeks from our last frost date of May 17th. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And what I'm doing for these is I have the blue tape, and then I'm just writing on there what I plant. But I'm also, in my book, I am writing down what I'm planting. So yeah, it looks like I have three 6-packs that are free. Looks like my chickie chick came over to say hello. She loves being a lone chicken, and I know it might be terrible to keep her by herself, but she loves it. So So she is out there, and all I do is this Clucker's trail mix that I got from Terry Lynn at Organic Raw Roots Farm. I just sprinkle a couple handfuls on the ground, and she is good. She doesn't wander very far. I will also be doing a update on the baby chicks because, oh my god, they grow so quick. They're not babies anymore. They're getting tail feathers, and they are getting their wing feathers are growing in. They are so flighty already at just over a week old. So about a week and a half. But let me tell you, we might have to clip their rings because they are super, super flighty. You hold them and they will just flap their wings and flap, flap, flap. So yeah, we never had issues with our Isa Browns. So we'll see. We got you know, fancy chickens this time. I figured if we're gonna do it, I might as well get chickens that I actually want. So what I put my soil in is just a big old plastic tub. I mean, if you watch my chicken brooder, a big ass tub, a big ass bucket thing. It's just got handles. It's super flimsy. And I just put, believe it or not, this holds a lot of soil. Let's plant some tomatoes. So I will tell you what kind of tomato seeds I have, and then I will decide. So I have some Good Time Holler blue cream cherry tomatoes, delicious tomato, German Johnson tomato, Black Beauty tomatoes, tomato black versus something. Yeah, you know, that fancy word. New Yorker tomato. I don't know why I have an accent, I'm sorry. These are purple Russian tomatoes. Beef steak. Ace 55. Roma. San Marzano. Tomato white cherry. Sounds like there's a couple left. Sun Gold Pole cherry, chocolate cherry pole, Borgliese, Principe, Borgliese pole tomato. I don't know what that is. Chocolate cherry pole. How did I get two of those? Mortgage lifter, Cherokee purple. There's probably a few seeds left in these. Black cherry tomato. And heirloom red cherry tomato. So, speaking of mortgage lifter and mortgage, a lot of you guys are not aware that we have been going through a lot here on the homestead because we rent our house and our property, and we've been here. December 2015 we moved in, and last year, August, September, somewhere around there, the fall time, our landlord got a hold of us and said, hey, I might be moving back to New York. He lives in California, and my uncle might be moving in the house. You know, you got 2 months to get out. So we were like, what? I mean, when I say freaked out and panic, I freaked out and panic. I, you know, just started hyperventilating, crying, because it's like, we have chickens, we have 3 big dogs, we have the cats, and it was just insane. So thank goodness I have been really working hard to get my credit score up the last year and a half. So I was able to get pre-approved for a mortgage, and we were starting to look at houses. We went and looked at probably a dozen houses. We actually put in offers on, I want to say 3 or 4 houses, but we got outbid every single time. We are 3.5 hours from the city, and the realtor was telling us that what is going on is the people from New York City were selling their, you know, thousands and thousands of dollar condos and moving up here and paying cash for their house and then paying, you know, additional $50,000. So it was very tough. It was very strenuous on Chris and I and our relationship, because trying to rush last minute to find a house. Chris or I, neither one of us have owned a home before, so we didn't know what to expect. And then after we looked at those houses and I fell in love with every single house that we looked at and we got outbid, we were kind of bummed out. And then our landlord texts and says that he wants to sell the house. His uncle doesn't need to move in. We're like, hello. When we moved in here 5 years ago, that was the plan. He knew all along that we wanted to buy this house. So when he texted us that, we were like, oh my gosh. And we finally agreed on a price. I was pre-approved for the amount. We were good to go. So that is what we are in the process of doing now. We are in the process of buying our house, buying our homestead, and this will be our forever home. She's not 100% perfect. She's old. She was built in the 50s and she passed inspection. The only thing for inspection that failed was chipping paint around the garage trim. I cannot ask for a better report than that. We had our septic inspection done last week. Everything looked good there. We had the appraisal done. I mean, I had no idea that there was so much that goes along with buying a house. And just everything is just taking so long. But hopefully here in another month or two, I can finally announce that we are homeowners. And you've seen the property if you've been following along. It is just beautiful, and there's so much that we want to do. Oh my gosh, the breeze is coming in. Come to mama. The chicken's also in here with me. There's so much that we want to do, but we didn't want to do it because we don't own it. Granted, we have done a lot to improve this property, and when it's summertime, I mean, it looks so beautiful. The yard looks beautiful. The garden looks beautiful. So I cannot wait to just balls to the wall once we buy this. Our landlord's shit is still in the basement. He bought this from his grandparents. His grandparents' shit is in the basement. Yeah, they have bins of his grandfather saved every nut, every bolt, every washer. My daughter found a wad, I guess you would call it, this thick with a rubber band. The old McDonald's stirrers, the plastic stirrers with like the arches. I mean, he just saved everything. So when we buy the house, we are getting a dumpster, and I'll bring you guys along and we can go through everything in the basement together. But that is an update of what is going on. I don't think there's too many people that know about that. Maybe a handful of people on my Facebook, but that's what's been going on. And if I've seemed off in my, last 6 months of videos, that is why. But now the wheels are rolling, what? So spring and summer is coming, so we are gonna have ourselves a little welcome home where you already live party. I am gonna start some tomatoes, and thanks for listening to me, and I'm glad that I finally had the time to update you guys. The greenhouse door just blew shut. I mean, you know me and my squeaky gates and squeaky doors, and I'm glad I had the time to update you guys so you know what's going on. Thanks for listening to me ramble on for however long this video is. We will see you on the next one. I hope you are getting out and getting your hands dirty soon, because your time is coming if you are in a cooler climate like me. Our low temperatures for the next week look really good, so I'm hoping we're good. I'm fine if it gets to 32. I keep a heater in the greenhouse, so we'll be good. But if it drops any colder than that, it's 106 degrees in this greenhouse now. Whew. All right, we'll see you on the next video, guys.